Welcome to the Comedy Here Often podcast. I'm your host, Kevvy. This week on the show is my guest, Maddy Kelly. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. I know that you painted your nails like that because they go with the cables.
Oh, yeah. How does that sound?
There's no accidents here.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Like that?
Yeah. Try again.
This is me talking. And this is me. This is the volume I get when I'm excited.
I know. I've heard it.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. That's why I was just saying you're a good host, because I like when you do that voice. It's delightful.
I was reminded last night, because I mostly just host All You Can Eat Laundry.
Yeah.
And I was reminded how fun it is when you're not doing anything else. You're just hosting.
Yeah.
Because All You Can Eat Laundry, I'm also like supervising the bar and the door and the people and the venue and the outside and
Yeah.
Oh
and the comics and
Yeah.
trying to figure out if they're okay, you know?
Yeah. So, but you do have to do material.
Yeah.
Like a little bit.
Yeah.
But why is it less, why does it feel like less responsibility? It's actually more responsibility, right?
Well, it's the same amount of responsibility in the hosting arena.
Yeah.
But then it's not any responsibility over the show actually, like,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
I think I was listening to Mark Normand talk about how he doesn't want his career to go any worse or better than it is, because he gets to do 20 minutes right before Amy Schumer in arenas.
Yeah.
He's like, this is perfect. I don't want to get any better than
Yeah.
this. I don't want to have to headline. That would be
Yeah.
worse than what I'm doing now. This is amazing. Like,
20
that does
minutes
sound...
is such a nice amount of time to be on stage.
Yeah, seems like it.
Especially if you were famous, because if you're a headliner and you're doing clubs, you do like 40, 45.
Yeah.
But if you're famous, people want you to do like an hour and a half because they paid so much money to
Yeah.
see you, and you know?
Yeah. Graham Clark and I were talking about how things are too long.
Yes, that's one of his big vendettas.
Yeah, it's like, even my favorite band, a 3-hour show is too much. I don't want to see that.
I went to see a musician who maybe I will not name.
Okay.
And they played for like 46 minutes, apathetically. And then we're like,
That's why you don't want to name
bye.
them?
Yeah, because it was
Wow.
the worst concert I've ever been to.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was also made worse by the fact that my dad was there.
Okay.
Independently of me. he asked me if I had tickets, if I had ever heard of this person, and I was like, yes, I'm going to the concert. And he went, I'll see you there.
Oh, man. You guys didn't carpool?
But I guess this is going to give it away, but her real first name, the musician's first name, is Greta.
Okay.
So my dad, in his boomer voice, yells out from the back, "We love you, Greta." And the entire place went, ugh. Because I think they thought he was talking about climate change or trying to be young or like, that's what I thought he was talking about.
I still think that.
Yeah, Dad. But also, I've never seen a crowd like that. I can't tell whose fault it was, because I've never, ever seen a crowd that was just standing and staring at a band.
I've
Not
played for some of those
even
crowds.
Yeah.
Swaying.
Sounds like Vancouver to me.
Yeah.
But okay, you can tell me, because we're talking about hosting, but isn't it your job to get people to fucking loosen up?
Yeah.
Sorry,
no.
can we swear?
You can swear
Okay.
as much as you want. I insist. Alexi loves it.
I love
it. Yeah, no, you're right. That is kind of the job, but also sometimes for some bands, it's like they almost just want something in the background while people are coming in the door, which is kind of insulting. Like, it's funny, Metallica was talking about how opening for them is not a good thing to do, because
Right.
no one wants to see anything but Metallica.
Yeah.
And so now they have Jim Brewer open, the comedian, and he does karaoke to Metallica songs and AC/DC songs. It's like totally unorthodox, but it's all that works.
Oh my god.
Like, they had this big band called Ghost open, and people weren't even watching. They were just like on their phones, and like this Swedish band came all the way here to do it, and no one's even paying
People are
attention.
not respectful of the openers.
They really aren't.
But I'm telling you, this band was the opening, the headlining act.
Okay.
So I don't know what was going on. It was $30 ticket.
Yeah.
It wasn't $12.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they were like, I'm gonna go see quote unquote music tonight. They
Yeah.
came for this band.
I don't think people really do that typically, where it'll be like comedy definitely happens where it's like, let's go see stand up.
Yes,
And it's
yeah.
like the room, it's amazing. Like, it's mostly a good turnout every
Yeah.
time. Music's not like that at all. It's like,
I guess like jazz.
Yeah, jazz would be like
Yeah.
that. I guess because there's potentially going to be standards played, so songs people know.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Same
it is.
in comedy. I do Jerry Seinfeld's pop.
Yeah,
Tarts
you
bit.
just do all his.
Play the hits. That's what he told me to do. He didn't say mine.
He calls you Lil Seinfeld.
Yeah. Little Jerry.
Lil Jerry. That's the name of this
Love it.
episode.
Lil
I'm putting
Jerry.
that right now. So, you know when I went, I had my first taste of going to a show where they make you put your phone in one of those bags.
Yes.
And
Wait,
I liked it.
describe the bag.
Okay, it looked like a maybe like my grandmother's like handbag.
Really?
Like it was fabric.
Beaded.
It was yeah. Picture of me in there.
Couple butterscotches.
a couple Werther's originals, some kind of medication I'm unfamiliar with. No, but it's just like
huge wallet.
huge.
Grandmas
wallet.
have huge wallets.
Absolutely, because of all the money they make.
Oh yeah, and the stamp cards.
Yeah, stamp cards,
Love the stamp cards.
good discounts. They're into that. Yeah.
Sorry, that was just a grandma purse riff.
You know what? You got to follow riffs, especially grandma ones, where they may lead. But you put your phone in it. It's like exactly the size of your phone, and there's different phones. There's different size grandma purses, and then they magnetically seal it with this key, and then you can only open it if you go back to the front. And I loved watching everyone in line with no phone, especially the people that were there by themselves. It was a lot of, because it was at Aziz Ansari and Phil Hanley open.
Yeah.
And so many, like we got there so early that there was a lot of time that people would normally just spend the whole time on their phone, and they were freaking out.
I didn't think about that before.
Yeah.
I did the same thing for Chris Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, the thing that I remember is being like, looking around being like, we all have to get our phones unlocked again.
Yeah.
Like this entire arena of 7,000 people.
Yeah.
That's the bottleneck of all bottlenecks.
Totally.
They were so fast.
Yeah.
It was like they had been training. And the guy looked like, he looked sexually aroused by how fast he was ripping through these phones. And
Yeah.
everyone was so excited about it because the line was moving at walking pace, because this guy, maybe he was just the best one there. Maybe my little channel out was the
Yeah.
best one, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool if that's the way he like hits on people. Check it out.
he doesn't have time. Their phone's already in their hand. They're out the door.
I was listening to this Will Forte interview where he was talking about the stupidest sketches he pitched to SNL that and every time Seth Meyers would be like, that doesn't make any sense. We can't put that on TV. And Will Forte would be like, I don't know what you mean, bro. Like, and he'd argue. And one of them was the guy who hits on women by speed reading in bars. Like, pretty cool, right? 150 pages.
That's a good one. I like that.
He also had a sketch that he was describing. I was like howling, laughing like by myself at him describing sketches, not even seeing them. But another one was,
Okay, I have a theory that all sketches are better described
Yeah,
than
you might
actually
be right.
seen. Because then it's only like one sentence, and
Yeah.
you're like, funny, yeah.
it's so true. Like,
Yeah.
and maybe that's why I like stand up so much more.
Then sketch.
Yeah.
I think it's just so much harder to do sketch. I honestly,
Yeah.
people say stand-up's the hardest one. I don't think it is.
I also went to an art high school where, like, the drama dorks, I just hated watching
Yeah.
it. And so it's like I'm having bad flashbacks. Like, obviously, there's amazing talent
Yeah.
at it. Like, Sunday Service, those guys are, like, geniuses. But
But they don't do sketch. I guess they did on YouTube.
it's
a
improv,
bit.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I'm... There we go again. I'm, like,
Yeah.
putting it all together. That's how uneducated I am. But another sketch he was describing was one where he's like a professional spelling bee, like I was gonna say champion, but he's not. And he just goes in and it'll be like business, and he'll be like, "Can you use that in a sentence?" And they'll be like, "I own my own business," and he'll be like, "Okay, 35 Qs," and like just spell it so wrong. So stupid. Yeah, I'm on like a Will Forte kick right now.
That is fun to get into these wormholes. I
Yeah.
went into a Fred Armisen.
Oh, me
wormhole,
too.
Yeah, because I'd never seen Stand Up for Drummers.
Stand Up for Drummers is amazing. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
So
It's so
funny.
funny.
And I love that you like it.
I know nothing about music. That's one of our main riffs, me and Kevvy, is that I don't know anything. I know less than anyone who's ever been alive on purpose. I think I'm pretty smart and well-read, and I've done that through carefully picking things I'll know nothing about.
Oh, wow.
Music and sports. If you don't know anything about music and sports, you got a lot of room for other stuff. But I love Stand Up for Drummers.
It's
Okay.
so
Yeah, you gotta
funny.
watch it.
Stand Up for Drummers. I'm going to start a little list of things that I shall watch because I think that's the theme of this episode. is
Yeah.
Things I should
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah. As soon as you find out which musical artist Maddie was referencing earlier, now you have one not to check out.
I like her music. Just don't see her do a live show, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
There was also like 15 people there. I think she's probably bummed about that.
That's sad.
Yeah.
See, that's good for me because
and
I don't
two
like
of them
crowds.
are my dad and my stepmom.
Well,
You don't like crowds? Is that what you just said?
sometimes I like going to things that are like when you were just describing all those people at Chris Rock having to get their little phones taken
Yeah.
out. I hate the sound of that lineup.
Okay, but I thought you were talking about when you're performing.
No,
I'm
I
like,
love
Kevvy,
that.
that's insane.
No. I
Yeah.
would prefer to perform to the biggest possible crowd.
Yes.
But if I'm going to an event, it's selfishly I hope no one's there.
I wonder if it's a control thing. I've always had that where I don't want to. I want to be backstage.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
no
oh,
matter
yeah.
Where I am.
I also perform better to bigger crowds than smaller crowds.
Some
I
people
find it
don't
easier.
like being backstage. Like, it freaks them out.
Really?
Yeah, like I know comics like don't like to sit in the green room or whatever. And I guess like obvious not I don't mean this in a cool way where I'm like, yeah, I'm in the green room. Like I just like that feeling of like being like I'm
Yeah.
not with everyone now. I guess
Yeah.
that is the definition of narcissism or ego or something bad.
But it's
I'm
also
not
like
you peasants.
it's also like you earned it though.
No, not
Yeah,
always.
you did.
No.
You worked so hard at stand up. You
Oh,
deserve
I
to
see.
sit back there.
Sure, but what if I'm just sort of dating someone and I'm not, I don't think I've earned
And
anything.
you're earning it that way.
When you go
Yes.
back because your friend knows someone who knows someone in the band and you're like, I'm here because I earned it, but not really.
Yeah, or like my mom knows someone, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's not always, I didn't earn it.
I just can't believe you didn't go to that show with your dad.
I asked. I said, you want to go together? And he said, he was like, I'm going to go on a date with my wife. And I was
Oh,
like, okay.
okay.
Then I got there and they were with like 3 other people. And I was like, what is happening?
Maybe
And
they
I
were on
went
a
with my
date too.
friends.
A 3-way date.
True, it's 2019. I shouldn't be so rude about my dad and his. Maybe they were all on a date.
There,
together.
exactly. Polyamory. Love it. I love that no matter where you are in your life, your parents can embarrass you and frustrate you in ways. Like Nick Kroll was talking about how all his mom does is love him and dote on him, and it just like boils his blood when she talks to him.
It's interesting. Do your parents embarrass you?
My mom will do things like be unaware of a situation in a way and then I'll be like, Mom, like if people are clearly taking a photo, she'll walk through right when the photo's happening. I'll be like, Mom, like you should know by now, like, you know what I mean? I'm like unfair on her that
Do your
way.
parents embarrass you?
Well, they're just like very supportive and they post everything that I do and they're going to watch this whole episode like
Aw.
from front to back. So they're going to hear this. So.
Adorable.
Hey, Mom. And she likes everything to the point where it's like, I want to bust out on my own, but then my mom's in the back just like, woo, yeah, sharing it to all
That's
our friends.
good. That means you always have at least a one-person crowd.
Exactly. What am I complaining about? That's awesome.
Yeah.
I did think my mom was a funnier person than maybe she is.
Wait a second. Your mom's hilarious.
My mom's very funny. I've always
Yeah.
thought my mom's very, very funny, and now she's sending me some memes that I'm like, you got to get your shit together. These
Really?
are not good memes.
Like she made them?
No, I wish that would be funny. If my mom was making bad memes, I would be fine with that. But she sent me this thing the other day that was like, it was just one of those drawings that an adult did and put on the internet with this story that's like fake. And I'm like, Mom, that kid didn't do that. And then she's like, what? And I'm like, people do that all the time. And she's like, and then she said, why do you gotta break my illusions about the internet? I'm like, that's actually my main job, is to break up your illusions about the internet.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched Euphoria?
No, what's that?
It's a show on HBO. It's very good. It's very well done. It's actually, but at the same time, I'm like, isn't this just a teen soap, you know?
Okay.
But it's HBO does a teen soap, so it's a
Yeah.
lot of dicks and a lot of
Oh,
drugs.
okay, nice.
But I
Nice.
have this, when I watch it, even though I really like it and the character's really good and the acting's really good and like, hire me, like whatever. But I have this voice in my head that's my mom being like, see? Your generation with all these dick pics. And I can't get that out of my head where it's like, everyone's watching porn these days. You know, there's something about it that's very like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's funny that there's like so many, because of all the streaming services, there's so many of those kind of shows now.
Yeah.
And it's like, every once in a while I'll get like really into one. Like I really liked You.
Oh. No.
Did you see that one?
No.
because I'm scared of stalkers.
Oh, okay.
So I don't like to watch things that scare me because I'm already scared 24/7.
Really?
Enough scary
Yes.
things in the world.
This is a
Yeah.
perfect segue into one of the segments of the show.
Okay.
Where we discuss our phobias. I'm afraid of drowning.
I'm afraid of swans.
Swans? Here we go. This is going to be interesting.
Do you know what's funny? I'm not afraid of drowning. I have this weird, I don't know if it happened to me in a past life or something, but I'm obsessed with this image of someone drowning and me trying to swim to catch them because they're just giving up.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to pull them back and then I watch them just go down.
This is like a goal of yours?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's great.
That's
I
one
hope
of my
I get to do
fears.
that one day.
That's one of my fears.
Not
I think I
being
read a book where that happened and it really scarred me as a child.
it seems like a dream you'd have, and then it if this is a movie, it'd be like a recurring dream, and it would mean something.
Yes, probably. Oh, while I said it, I was like, okay, that means something. And I know what it is.
Do you think dreams mean something?
Oh, well, my dreams are so obvious.
Really?
But some of them are weird. Like last night, last night I had a dream where I was just walking along and someone's like, Bo Burnham's dead. And I was like, what? Like, I was like, he just made 8th grade.
This dream would mean that I'd be sad if that happened.
I don't know what that one means. Yeah, I would be sad if that. Maybe I'm worried that my inspirations are all gonna disappoint me, or
Yeah.
I don't know. This looks good. Have I ever talked about this on the podcast? I must have.
What?
I have this thing that I actually think is very important. I want to make a short film about it, where I used to have dreams when I started comedy, and even before that, where I would go over my set with Louis C.K.
Oh, yeah.
Have I told you this?
You told me this, but I don't think on a podcast.
Okay, so these dreams where Louis would give me advice on my stand-up, and sometimes we'd just chat, and sometimes we were in love, and sometimes I was his daughter. Like, it was always, but we were important to each other. And one time, I had a dream where we were dating, and then at the end of the thing, I was like, I just dated him. I wasn't a comic. Whoa, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, but then most of the time, he's just giving me advice on my sets, and then when he got me too'd, I started having dreams where, like, one dream I'm screaming at him and
Whoa.
he's sad. One time I'm screaming at him and he's mad. Sometimes I'm just crying. Sometimes I'm trying to cover it up so other women don't know. Like, just
Wow.
over and over and over again. And then I just had them all the time. And it was just trying to reconcile, like, the loss of my own inner compass. Like, that's who he was to me. Like, the way that he talked about how he produced shows, the way that he talked about, like, you know, making sure that the ticket prices weren't too much. And, he seemed like someone that was, like, such an example of how to be a person with power.
Yeah.
And losing that was such a big deal to me.
Devastating, yeah.
And then I had a dream, the last one I've ever had was when I had this dream where he was like, I'm just going to come, you need my notes. Just come, I'll come watch the show. And I was like, okay, yeah, you're right.
Like your tumultuous dream relationship
Yeah.
with Louis C.K.
He's like, you need the notes. And I'm like, I do. I suck. And then he was like, this is dream logic, but the stage was on a little raft and all the audience was sitting there in little dinghies.
That's
and
so
he
cute.
was sitting there on like a mechanical boat. And I was about to do comedy and I was just looking and I was like, I don't want to do comedy. And then I pressed a button and his boat, it zoomed him away.
Wow.
And then I could do comedy again.
It meant something.
I just got
Oh, wow.
goosebumps telling you about
I
it.
love it.
Cool.
Don't you think that's like that is huge?
Yeah.
That's
I don't
something
think
for
most
sure.
people's dreams are so streamlined with a plot like yours, though.
I also dream in third person.
Really? Mm-hmm. Where there's a narrator being like, Maddy Kelly is a great comedian.
No, I just mean like it's not first person like out of my eyeballs.
Oh, I
can
get it.
see myself like it's
Okay.
a movie. So it's easier to make a narrative when you're just watching a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a big dreamer?
Yeah, I think I do that too, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, totally. I can never remember them, though.
Yeah.
But they're always super weird. But I find a lot of people have dreams about me.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't know what it is, what kind
No
of
one's
impact.
I've never heard anyone say that in my entire life.
About people dreaming about Alexi?
No, but like that you're a person that people dream about.
Oh.
No. And it's always like, I have this one friend that she constantly has dreams about me dying.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh.
Stop
up,
hanging
Pearl.
out with this person.
Yeah. Seriously.
She presses a button, your little raft floats away.
Yeah.
You guys aren't friends anymore.
Is she sad when you die, or is she sad when you die? What's your friendship like?
Yeah.
I'd say it's pretty close. She's like my oldest friend. She can never
Okay.
figure it out. She's always like
But
freaked
that
out
just
by
means
it.
that just means that she's really scared to lose you.
Yeah.
You know?
Aww.
Yeah. Maybe if you guys stop being friends, you might die. So keep her around.
Oh my God.
You're having a more magical interpretation.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm like oddly superstitious with things like that. It's like, well, this worked last time. I hit the table 4 times with my hand, and then my song did well, so I should do that again.
I also have a lot of.
Do you?
It's called OCD magical thinking. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the name of the
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
Please tell me how else it manifests itself.
For me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm famously baby witch. I do my little witchcraft. That's actually weirdly. I used to have so many more compulsions until I started to like do little witch spells and stuff.
Yeah.
And carry crystals because I'm like that is like an outlet for that kind of thinking.
Yeah.
But yeah, it used to just tear me apart.
Oh man, so many
Ritualized behavior around comedy or dating or songs I had to listen to. Or
Yeah.
I still have it right now with like I walk on the street where there's a lot of cats.
Oh.
And I will
Love it.
if I walk on the street and I see no cats, I'm like, it's gonna suck.
Wow.
And then it goes 0 to 4, so it's every if I see 4 cats, I'm like, this is the best day of my life. I'm getting engaged.
Have you ever had an experience with a ghost?
Yes, I went to Riverview Hospital to shoot Untold Stories of the ER.
What?
Yeah, they shoot it out there, and it's if you don't know, it's an abandoned mental institution.
Yeah.
That it literally looks like it's a movie set for a reason. Like,
Yeah.
It looks like everyone walked out the same day. Like there is shit
Oh my God.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It's so intact.
Yeah.
And there was this lady and her neck turned almost all the way around to look at me, and I was like, that's not a real person. That was a ghost.
What?
And the Teamsters don't go in one of the buildings because the elevators move on their own.
That's terrifying.
Oh my God.
So deeply haunted there. You feel it the whole time you're there.
Yeah. I was there once for a filming of a movie my friends were directing, and it was supposed to be like a morgue. And I was like, what did you guys do to make it look like this? They're like, nothing. This is what it
No,
looked
I saw the morgue.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's like this like chipped fence. Like you had to walk through it to get to catering.
Yeah.
And it's like this chip sign that's like run bowels only in this sink. And you're like, oh my God.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow. So did anyone else see the ghost, or did you tell anyone about
My
it?
mom saw it too.
Really?
And we both looked at each other and went, that was a ghost.
Wow, so calm.
We were in a car.
Really?
Yeah, we were just in a car. So if I was on the street, I'd be.
It's like the Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
There's also like weird things like there's a pagoda.
What's a pagoda?
It's like Google pagoda.
Young Alexi?
Do you know when you realize when maybe your parents just said a word that isn't a real word? Because I think it's what most people would call a what's it? You know the John Mulaney joke about building a
Gazebo?
gazebo.
Yeah.
It's like another word for.
Oh.
Okay, maybe this is more Japanese than I thought it was.
Yeah, it is.
But they have a little gazebo-y pagoda thing that.
It looks like a
Looks
Japanese
so
shrine meant for meditation.
That's not what my parents call pagodas. They call it any kind of structure outside you're supposed to sit in, like a gazebo.
Oh, gazebo, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they're confusing those two
Pagoda's
words.
a hilarious word, though.
It is.
Pagoda.
Yeah, yeah. Sounds like an insult.
Anyway, it
yeah.
was a creepy. Like, why is that in a mental institution? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's no other decorations. There's no other groundskeeping. There's no
Yeah.
nothing, and then there's just a gazebo. And you can just imagine the people that fell in love in that gazebo.
You've made Alexi very uncomfortable.
I'm frightened.
Yeah, don't go there.
Did you have what was your first day job you ever had?
I worked at a florist.
A florist?
Mm-hmm.
What was the clientele like that would come in there? Did anyone ever come and angrily purchase flowers from you?
Oh, for sure, because their like wife was mad at
Oh
them.
my fuck, yeah.
Yeah, and they didn't care, and they were just like, get her something, you know.
What
you pick it.
He's like, what an angry bitch is like. It's like,
There's also people that have like weird standing orders just to have flowers delivered to their house, and like those people are like obviously nightmares.
standing orders is in like a subscription-based flower delivery
They have
thing?
that now. They have subscription florals, but no. But it was more like more old school than that.
Okay.
More like the flowers come on Thursday. Someone takes them away. Someone brings them in.
I like your old-timey voice you just did for that.
I've done it twice now. Yeah.
And you made a John Mulaney reference, which is basically the same thing.
True.
He has like a 1920s detective vibe to him for some reason.
Do you know John Mulaney?
No.
Oh, you have
It's
to
like
put
one of
him on
my
your list.
favorites.
Yeah,
Add
I'd
to
say
the
he's
list.
the king of comedy right now.
Yeah, I think he's the best.
Best comic working right now.
Especially like, yeah, I kind of think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so consistent. Like, I'm a big Jeselnik fan too, and there's just like a quality thing. Like, if John Mulaney puts out a new special tomorrow, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
He's not going to fall off.
Oh,
Yeah. And also, it's weird, like, he's, like, meme culture is really, like, attached to him and turned his bits into memes that, like, young kids share all the time. So
Yeah.
young kids are really into him, which is weird, because, you know what I mean?
I think the thing that is my biggest goal in comedy would be like when you go see Louis or John Mulaney or like some comics, their audience is so insanely diverse.
Yeah.
Like super white, but no, I'm just kidding. But like people of
Different kinds of
such
white.
different ages,
Yeah.
of different like urban rural splits, and like that would be my like sometimes I think it's actually like a negative thing because there's a part of me that's like you have to be able to kill in Kelowna and in New York, you know, and then sometimes it's like Maddie, you can't kill in Kelowna.
I like that you
they
have.
hate you.
I like that you have that goal, though.
Yeah, it's a goal. I mean, goals are good.
Yeah, and I think you could do both.
Yeah,
But-
it
but
hasn't
it-
happened yet. haven't killed either place.
You lived in New York for a while.
Yeah, 4 months. Yeah.
Oh man, I think I saw you right after that, and you said you were like kind of like just waiting out your trip at a certain point.
I ran out of money, and I also ran out of mental faculties.
Oh man.
And then it was a rough couple weeks.
Oh man, so rough.
Came
Like,
back 102 pounds.
oh my goodness.
And I'm like, you guys can see me. I'm not a overweight person, and I'm now 125 pounds.
Wow.
So where would you take away 25 pounds of me?
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
my biceps were smaller than my elbows.
Wow.
Yeah, anyone ever asked, because that was the other really sad thing, is that people would be like, oh my god, it must have been the best trip of your life. And I was like, no, have you read Sylvia Plath's The Bell Jar? It was not good. I shouldn't
lived
have
it.
done it.
Yeah.
It was a mistake.
Man, there's something about being under the weather and sick and not doing well, and also being like really far from home.
Yes.
Like
yeah.
I did a tour once that was a month long in the UK, and I had pneumonia.
Oh no.
And it's just,
Oh, yeah.
you're just like, oh my God, I'm so far away from any kind of comfort.
Yeah, I mean the tap water was
Yeah.
like poison for
I know.
me.
Yeah.
I got like really horrible like problems from drinking the tap water. Like I don't know, it was weird.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It was a weird time. I'm glad I did. I came back a very different person
Yeah.
in a good way, I think. But
That's good.
It was hard to.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's such a privilege to lose your mind in New York City. But that's what happened.
Very poetic.
Yeah.
Wow. I saw you like right after that, I think.
Yes. Yeah. That makes sense.
Man. What other day jobs did you have?
Worked at the florist. Worked in a couple like restaurants.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of I like horror stories basically. Like I always like open the floor by saying I used to work at a discount movie theater, and it was like
Oh.
it was just
Like a
just
cheap theater, like
yeah, it was horrible, and like
Really?
I had to kick people out that were older than me because I was in high school at the time, so I was
Yeah.
in 10th grade kicking out like 12th graders from my school for like hotboxing the theater and stuff like that.
I've always worked the kind of jobs where the problems I've had have been with the other people I work with.
Really?
Yeah, just like us not. I mean, when I worked at the restaurant in high school, everyone was like in their 40s who worked there except me. They were like career servers.
That's so funny. So it was just like you and and all them. Like
Yeah.
that oddly makes sense to me in a way. Like I feel like
That's
you'd
a
be okay.
Huge motif of my life. It's me and 40-year-olds. Yeah,
Maybe you guys could all go to a concert with your dad.
exactly. Yeah, it was not good. It was.
What kind of problems would you have?
They were really mean to me. I used to go. I was also incredibly bad at it.
At serving?
Yeah,
Like
just
remembering things?
anything. Like I wasn't even serving. I was like just getting people like water and tea and shit. Like they'd be like 2 waters and 5 teas and 6 sodas, and I'd bring 5 sodas and 2 teas and 6 water. You know
You're
what
like,
I mean?
this is better.
Yeah.
This is gonna be better.
I almost dropped soup on a baby's head. Like
Well, she probably deserved it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, and then also you had to wear, like a shirt and pants, not a coat.
What kind of crazy place is this?
Yeah, it wasn't a crazy dress code, but you also had to walk in the deep freeze
Oh.
to scoop the ice cream. That was part of my job. And it was so cold in there, and I don't have the best upper body strength, and I would just be crying and crying. My tears would freeze on my face. I'd be in there for so long. I would just be like, and then I'd come out.
No.
I'd come out like with like 1 scoop of ice cream and like having been in there for 25 minutes
Oh my
trying
God.
to scratch. It's so hard.
Yeah.
The ice cream was so hard. And
I was thinking about that.
even heating up because in an ice cream shop, it's not cold in the ice cream shop. That's part of why it's easy for them to scoop it. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
In a walk-in deep freezer
Yeah, that's
where
not
there's
fair.
like a 2-year-old, 4-liter thing of shitty ice cream. It's
Yeah.
rock solid. I would just bawl, and then I'd come out. I'd look like I'd been to war, and everyone was like, "Where were you? We need like 10 more ice creams now." That was what I remember. I just remember being in that deep freeze alone, crying.
Oh, with frozen tears all
Yeah,
over your
right?
face. I never
That's
even
imagery.
thought about that.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I just get so frustrated, I'd cry.
That'd be cool if you really embraced it and then you just had these massive forearms from just scooping ice cream.
You know what's
one.
funny is my grad
Yeah.
portrait. I remember thinking, why do I have nicer arms than usual? But I'd been working there all year.
Okay.
So it gets better. Kids, if there's any kids at home listening to this,
Absolutely. It's my entire fan base. Have you ever broken a bone?
not diagnosed. My family,
You're so interesting. Every question is like, I didn't see that coming.
my family has a very long-standing tradition of ignoring the broken bones of their children. It's a Kelly family tradition. Every single one of us has had a serious injury that has gone undiagnosed for like a long time.
Wow.
I broke my toe and very much cracked my tailbone
Ouch.
and like bruised my knee to like a medically significant level.
Oh.
But nothing ever got dealt with. And my sister cracked a rib, my cousin broke her nose, and I think George had a concussion.
George.
Poor George. Yeah.
Is that George?
Might as well be, yeah.
Poor guy.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought you guys are badasses, not just great ice cream scoopers.
Yeah, it's a family of like you're fine. Like my toe was so unbelievably snapped in half. Like it was like it was so gross.
Oh.
I remember so clearly. My sister did a cannonball just onto my foot.
Oh.
I know.
Oh, no.
So weird. Even looking back, she's not a very animated kid. Like, she just got excited, jumped in the air, and tucked her feet under and just landed on my foot.
Oh.
I walk upstairs and I went, Francis just broke my foot.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, no, she didn't. And then they went, oh, okay. But you can't do anything about a broken toe except tape it to the other toe.
So that's what you did?
Yeah.
Wow, badass.
Yeah.
That's it. So I never went to the doctor or anything.
This is a cannonball injury, is what you said all summer.
But who does a cannonball into the ground? Was she trying to break her
See, I
fall
just
with
assumed you were in a pool.
No.
What?
Yeah.
It
Me
was
too.
it wasn't even on carpet.
No.
It was, isn't that weird?
Yeah. I mean, even if your toe wasn't there to land on,
I
is
know.
it hardwood or?
I saved her from breaking,
Yeah.
shattering her
Yeah.
kneecap.
That just like worked out for her for some reason. That's not fair.
Such a weird move.
Something was gonna break regardless.
Have you broken a bone?
No, I don't think so. I've definitely fractured my tailbone.
Ouch. How do you fix that?
You don't really.
don't.
Like, there's not really much you can do.
Maddy Kelly school of it's fine.
Yeah.
Tape it to your other butt.
Okay, that may be the title of the episode.
Tape it to the other butt.
Tape it to your other butt. I broke I'll try that again. Consecutive summer holidays of elementary school. I broke one wrist and then the other wrist. The last day of school, 2 days in a row. So 2 summers I had casts. It was like, what? Like the second time it happened, it was like, you gotta be kidding me. Like I wasn't even like thinking about the pain. It was just like, this can't be serious. Like, yeah, I broke one skateboarding and one at basketball camp like in a row.
my
And then
God.
that was terrible.
You're like
Yeah.
cast kid.
Cast boy.
There's like always one kid that you know
Millpool.
growing up that always has a cast.
I always wanted one so bad.
Me too.
You did?
I was just constantly breaking things you don't need a cast for. I wanted one so bad. I wanted people to sign it. You get so much attention.
You can still get one.
Yeah.
Let's put it on your toe.
Yeah.
One signature.
In memoriam.
What's your toe like now? Is it okay?
It's totally fine.
Totally fine.
That's the title of the episode.
All right. Let me write it down. No, I like tape it to your other butt. That's probably the highlight. What's a movie you've never seen that everyone gets mad at you for?
There's like 5. I'm terrible at watching anything not a comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I've not seen City Slickers. Why is that funny? funny.
I love that that's your example. You're like, people are always
No,
mad
but,
at
okay.
me. I haven't
But
seen City
that's
Slickers
comedy.
2, Curly's Gold.
I haven't seen Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
That's a good one. People get mad about that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at you, but I think you'd like it.
Here's my problem with
Oh,
these
it's scary
movies.
kind of, though.
That's okay. I'm okay
Yeah.
with. I think I'd be okay with that level of movie. Is that once you've seen something parodied over 5 times,
So
you
totally
can't watch
true.
the movie.
It's like Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
You talking to me? That whole thing. It's been parodied for 30 years, and now it's
But
when
even
that
The
scene.
Godfather, I was like, okay, like I liked the Simpsons version.
Yeah.
To be honest, that's my take. Also,
Yeah.
I try watching Titanic.
Yeah.
Try.
Oh man.
I dare you. Now,
Yeah.
you know every beat of that movie. You know the pop culture analysis of the movie.
Which
like,
is a great compliment to the movie.
I don't think it is.
You don't think so?
I don't know. Did people like it at the time? They must have.
I think it was the highest grossing movie of the time,
But that's like, I mean, that doesn't mean
but people liked it. I
people.
think.
They said, well, "Go watch this."
Yes.
I was
Why
like,
is that surprising
this
to you?
movie's whack.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I always bother doing a bad guy in a movie is like a dork.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
where you're like, who even would care about that guy? You know, the bad guy in that movie is so like evil for
Billy
no reason.
Zane,
Billy
yeah,
Zane is like,
yeah.
like, you know.
I remember when it came out hating it because all the girls my age liked it.
Right.
I was jealous of Leonardo DiCaprio. And then I remember thinking the casting of him and Kate Winslet was unrealistic for some reason that they'd be together. That's distracting to me sometimes where it's like, I don't think they'd like each other. I don't know why.
I love one of the most exciting, interesting things to watch on screen is people with real chemistry.
Yeah.
Like you can make them do anything.
Like if they get together after the movie for real,
yeah, true.
that's amazing.
But even if they
and
don't,
romantic.
some people just have like the
yeah.
best chemistry,
Yeah.
and it's just electric. Like in Euphoria, I think Euphoria does chemistry very, very
I gotta
well.
see this show.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I always
It's on
thought
the
New
list.
Girl did chemistry very well.
Okay.
I mean Ross and Rachel.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, they have real chemistry.
Yeah.
Joey and Rachel.
Yeah, yeah.
You think Joey and Rachel had chemistry?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted the whole time.
That's just a good looking couple right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Just
Like-
that one moment where they like almost got together.
Yeah, yeah. And
But you know why they didn't? Because everyone was like, no.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
except
true.
you. Yeah.
That's true. I know.
Everyone was like, what the fuck are they doing? This is so
So they put her
stupid.
with David Schwimmer?
They have
That's
what, that kiss with the prom video?
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's true.
What other people have good chemistry?
I like how Jennifer Aniston just started an Instagram account and then immediately got accused of doing cocaine in the first photo.
Really?
Yeah, do you not see that? There's like, she's like, I'm just hanging out with my friends, and then it's like the cast of Friends, and in the background there's a coffee table with what looks like lines of cocaine on it, and then everyone's like, "Oh, you guys, new party activity!" Like people were just like all over it right away.
That's hilarious. It's like the sixth friend.
It's funny.
It's coke.
Yeah, yeah. But I
Whatever,
just like the
Kevin.
idea of her being like, "Okay, I'll start an Instagram
But
account."
only if
Fine.
there's fat rails. That doesn't look like coke to me.
Looks like the phone case.
Yeah.
Yeah, people wanted it to be.
Yeah.
I like how Rick James is just also in that Google search.
You know what I've just realized? You know how everyone was like, Jennifer Aniston breaks the internet,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's like a phrase.
Yeah.
When someone gets, I guess, a lot of views.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's not what
Like
we
Kim
should be calling
Kardashian.
breaking the internet.
Yeah.
It should be like, oh, democracy's fucked. We broke the internet. You know, Donald Trump broke the internet.
It's not
you
as
know?
fun, I guess.
No, but like I think the internet is broken.
Yeah, I
don't
think it
think
is
it was
too.
broken by Ellen taking a selfie at the Oscars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we are broken.
Is
It's
that a good-
because of the
should I-
internet.
Is that a good hot take?
That's definitely a hot take.
Do you want to hear my Don Cherry hot take?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. We wouldn't have to cancel these people if they would just retire.
They expired.
You know how old that guy is? Guess.
70.
76.
He's 85.
Oh my
When was the
God.
last time you listened to an 85-year-old say anything? I don't go to
so true.
85-year-olds for takes on foreign policy.
Oh, man. That's such a
so
good
true.
point.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm glad I got it out there publicly. I don't have Twitter, so I have to when I have opinions, I have to yell them at
You
strangers.
don't have Twitter?
No, I might. Should I?
I'm just surprised because you love joke writing so much that you wouldn't at least have fun reading other people's tweets.
I read other people's tweets.
Yeah, I love that.
But I don't tweet because I think I'd get addicted to it, and I think I'd write less jokes, and then I would just start reading my Twitter
Well,
jokes.
your tweets could then be jokes also.
True.
Like Ivan's really funny on on Twitter, and Neil Brennan's really funny on Twitter.
Okay, fine. I'll get Twitter.
Okay, thanks. I'll follow you.
Everyone who's listening to this podcast, please follow my new Twitter.
Follow Maddy at Maddy Kells.
Yeah, what am I gonna do about that? Because my name's Maddy Kelly, and my Instagram's Maddy Kells because we thought it was funny, like Maddy Kells. You know,
It has a good ring to
was
it.
Before I was trying to pursue a career where this was important, and now everyone thinks my name's Maddy Kells. And I've reached out to the real Maddy Kelly and said, hey, could I have it? You've only posted one picture in 2009.
I'm having that problem.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She won't
At
give it-
Kevvy on Instagram.
Yeah.
You think I like being Dr. Kevvy?
I liked it. That's funny.
I guess you're right.
I
But
love that Graham Clark as Graham Clark was taken.
I love that.
That's so much better than the real Graham Clark, you know?
Yeah, there's a way to like get your like the Instagram account that you want if like the account is pretty inactive.
This person, this Kevvy, hasn't posted anything since 2012 and has accidentally been Instagrammed by like Carly Rae Jepsen and stuff. It's bullshit.
That's so
Oh. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
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 It's not fair.
I want Alexi so bad.
Alexi.wave is good.
Alexi.wave is good. That's for anyone out there looking for me on Instagram.
That's an audio file reference, and she's an audio engineer. So,
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But Alexi, at Alexi, is someone's dog. Like they have an account for their dog,
Come
and
on.
they're super active.
good.
Like I'm never
really?
getting that name.
Yeah, you got no chance.
Yeah.
That Alexi dog is killing it.
It's a whippet.
I
Really?
remember a point in my life on the internet where I would follow dogs, and I've grown up. I used to follow a raccoon.
Really?
Do you know what freaks me
Like
out?
just in real
Sometimes
life?
those animals die.
Oh, I didn't even think
Then
about
what?
that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, you really brought down the show.
Oh,
with that.
sorry. I didn't realize you guys don't know that things die.
No, I'm new to this.
Yeah.
I'm new to this thing called life.
Yeah.
Never
yeah.
really thought about it that way.
Do you have a least favorite article of clothing you see on people? Like, I don't like when men have bedazzled back pockets of their jeans.
You have one?
I don't know. I do actually like that.
Really?
I do like that.
It seems like it's maybe it's just my experience with dudes who have that because usually they want to beat me up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I don't think I'm picky about that. I think there's certain patterns and colors where I'm like, that's so bad. Like, why? But I couldn't put my name on it. Okay, I think I've talked about this before. You know those hoodies that are like quilted
Yeah.
and they have like rips
Yeah.
and they're like earth tone?
Okay.
I don't get those. And I don't like they're always on like, you know, some sort of moody fantasy child, you know?
Yeah.
And I want to be like, I don't know, get a different hoodie.
Yeah, get one without rips.
I'm like having a hard time picturing
Exactly. How do you even Google that?
Yeah.
a quilted hoodie with rips.
And they're wearing like New Balance runners. Oh, you know what? I have a huge problem with I think that a lot of guys have dorky jeans.
Yeah.
And I want to tell them on the bus.
Like
that I would
what
bang them if they had different jeans.
you should, well,
I should slip them a card.
a card would be
And
good
be
that
like-
they don't read until you're well off
And they
the
think
bus.
it's my phone number. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it's like, guess what? Get new jeans and call me.
See, I just complained about men's jeans. So
Oh yeah, true.
So what?
But it's like it's a certain cut at the
Okay.
bottom with the shoe. It's really
like
dorky.
it tapers too much, or
Probably think not enough.
okay, yeah,
Would be maybe the thing. I don't know. Some jeans are just bad jeans.
yeah,
I don't like to be picky about clothing because I still think that I think a lot of the time it's just like if you're not that hot, you have to wear really great clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're hot, you can wear like a garbage bag with a cactus on it and everyone's like, "Oh, okay, serving us something we love," you know? And I don't think that's fair. And then also, my other thing is that like sometimes things go out that I still think are cool. Like
Like what?
I would like I'm saying it today and I would like to wear an Ed Hardy t-shirt.
Oh, see,
Bring
that,
them back.
That
Yeah,
goes with the
yeah.
jeans I was just complaining about.
See, but that's the problem. You wear I used to wear like a little Ed Hardy t-shirt
Yeah.
and cool jeans.
Yeah.
And a little Converse, you know?
Yeah, see,
Right?
but then it's
That's
like
different than wearing Ed Hardy
absolutely
jeans
is.
and true religion.
true religion jeans are the ones I
jeans.
don't like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're really taking it to them on this podcast.
We're
yeah.
criticizing a very specific person.
We're just attacking Dennis Rodman's outfit,
Yeah.
basically. And I love Dennis Rodman, so I'll stop.
But it's also like it's critical mass too, because if you have a lot more bling, like Des Ramen has so much, you're like, it's working.
Yeah, it like
Yeah.
comes full circle back around, and it's
Yeah.
cool.
I actually feel excited about that we've moved to a place where we're not bedazzling the pockets of our jeans.
Yeah, me too.
Culturally.
Me
Yeah.
too.
I think that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I remember Kevin Banner tweeted, I wish I was successful enough to dress like a fucking idiot. And I thought I really like that. That's really good.
Exactly.
Because people will just think you know what you're doing. It's like, well, I don't get this, so it must be, it's just they're more advanced than I am in fashion.
Yeah. Also, those things are probably quite expensive.
Yeah.
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 I'm glad we talked about this.
Yeah.
Me too.
All right, Maddy Kelly.
Is that it?
I think so.
I had a great time.
I'm so glad. We've been trying to book this for months. So
Months. Yeah. I have to pee so
okay,
so
we'll
badly.
we'll wrap it up quickly then. All You Can Eat Laundry is your show.
Yeah.
You want to explain that show a little bit?
So I felt like there in other cities there was a really pronounced like alt scene where people would be like just do weird bits that they'd never done before, and felt like we didn't really have enough of that. We had a little bit, but wanted more.
Yep.
So started All You Can Eat Laundry. We're coming up on 3 years.
Wow,
Which is,
congratulations.
yeah, really crazy. This whole like I think it's really let me explore a lot of stuff I wouldn't have done, which is exciting. Like this year we did an entire season of like a baby sitcom. We did 10-minute episodes every show. We wrote 8 of them.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Baby sitcom?
They're 10 I should call it that. They're called it's called Popcorn for Dinner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and really it is to the credit of my friend Jake Pasco and Danica Thibault, who's a
I just saw her
comedian.
the first time. I like her.
Yeah, she's so great. But they both wrote episodes, and I wrote a couple episodes, and also every single time me and the cast would do a reading. So that's Gavin Banning, Ben Fawcett, Danica, and Andrea Jen would do a reading. We do one reading for writing and then one reading for performance together at my house.
Okay.
So I didn't pay them anything, and they did all this work. And now I'm I feel like a different person. I've written a whole baby sitcom. So that was 2019. So we don't know what's going to be the project for 2020 All You Can Eat Laundry. So keep watch this space.
Okay.
At Maddy Kell's Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Maddy Kell's Twitter eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually.
I love that you're just getting into Twitter.
That's the problem, is that it's like, this is going to be funny. You guys are going to laugh, but I shouldn't have said that because you would have laughed.
This
but
is
you
going
know
to be
that
great.
thing that's like that Chinese proverb of the best time to plant a tree is 30 years ago.
Yeah.
The second best time is right now.
Oh, I love that.
That's what I feel about Twitter. I should have planted my Twitter tree 30 years ago.
Well, that's probably what the Chinese proverb's about.
Maybe that'll be my first tweet.
Yeah.
Thanks, boys.
You got it. Thanks, Maddy.
Also, I've been plugging Tall Boys on CBC. I've never seen it. I don't have anything to do with the production. But check it out.
I love the idea of just picking something arbitrarily to plug.
Hey, watch it.
I'm going to plug True Religion jeans. Go get them.
What are you going to plug?
Coral and her dreams of me dying.
Oh, Coral.
Oh, Coral. Sea kelp, Coral.
She's also the one that broke my tailbone.
Oh.
We should call this episode Fuck You, Coral.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
night.
Bye. Thank you for listening to the Comedy Here Often podcast. I've been your host, Kevvy. Make sure to follow us on all our social media platforms at Comedy Here Often and subscribe to us on YouTube. Thank you to Maddy Kelly for being on the show. Next week on the show is Simon King.